It is a day more than a decade in the making. The Obama Presidential Center has opened to the public officially. The center stands as tribute to the Obama's family roots and the contributions they've made, as well as a major investment in the larger South Side community out there in Chicago. Joining us, Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson. Also, Leon Panetta, who is still with us. Secretary Panetta, I just want to begin with you because you served under President Obama, multiple different stints under President Obama. What does it mean to you to see this center open and to hear directly from both Michelle and the former president yesterday, especially in this moment?
Well, it was an honor to serve in the Obama administration and to serve with a president who was committed to doing the right thing and trying to make people's lives better in this country. And to have the president build a library that isn't just a mausoleum, but is really part of the Chicago community, the South Chicago community, an area that he wants to bring people together to be able to enjoy it, to be able to understand what his administration was all about, but more importantly, to be able to enjoy life and come together. That's what the Obamas are all about. Both of their speeches touched on the importance of our values, the importance of being good American people who have a sense of why every person has dignity and why our country ought to be unified. That memorial that was opened up, that library that was opened up, is going to speak to future generations about why it's important to protect our democracy. And I think that's what the Obamas wanted this library to be.
Yeah, and then there was the moment yesterday, and this is what stuck with me and is still sticking with me. He really defended the history of this country and the meaning of this country, Secretary. He talked about how we were the first place in the world to come up with a system of government where the people came first, where we weren't just bullied by a strong man. The people came first. And yes, it was flawed, but we have been building on it, building on that initial conception of freedom and what it means to pursue happiness ever since then. And in this moment where everybody can feel a bit dejected and frustrated and maybe disillusioned, that we need to bear down and remember that we can, when we band together, despite the adversity, make a difference. I think it's a message that a lot of Americans, especially in the Democratic Party, needed to hear.
You know, in many ways, the opening of that library is what I believe is the right way to celebrate the 250th anniversary of our democracy. Because that library and the values that it represents about what our country is all about and what we've been able to achieve in 250 years and how we've come together as a country, recognizing the importance of our humanity, recognizing the importance of our democracy, recognizing the importance of each other. That is a much greater celebration of what America's all going to be than what's going to happen on July 4th with a bunch of political rallies. So I think in a real way, what President Obama and Michelle did yesterday is to really speak to a country that needs to understand the real values that our country is about and that it has to be about. And because of that, I just have this sense of hope that no matter what we have to go through in these next few years, that in the end, because it's up to we the people to be the ultimate check in our system, that the Obamas have basically said, we the people are the ones who are going to have to make sure that our democracy survives. So I'm very hopeful that as a result of the president and Michelle kind of setting that message, I think there is hope that ultimately, no matter what we're going through now, that our democracy will survive and be stronger in the future.
Secretary Panetta, thank you so much for sticking around. I'm glad we could get you on the opening of the Presidential Center today. Appreciate it.
Good to be with you.
All right, Mr. Mayor, let's talk about Chicago. It's in Chicago. It's on the south side of Chicago. And the Obamas had made clear that they didn't want it to be a library, a mausoleum sort of place, like the Secretary is just saying, but a living testament to the community and a place where people can gather and they can give back. What is this, in your estimation? What do you hope it does for the south side?
Well, first of all, I want to say, happy Father's Day to all of my fellow dads out there. And of course, we're celebrating Juneteenth. So happy Juneteenth to all of America. Look, the President Obama and Mrs. Obama, they are still inspiring people. This center, this facility, this edifice, this campus is a shining example of not only what's possible in our country, but when we come together. Centering our work around our shared values, that we can create a democracy that works for everyone, because that's the ultimate goal, is to ensure that we have safe and affordable communities, the mission that I'm driven by here in Chicago, and people from around the city, around the country, and around the world get a chance to come to our great city and experience that additional hope that we most certainly need in this season.
What has the reaction been so far?
It's been just outstanding. I was there not just yesterday, but I was also in attendance today, because there's an actual public library, a Chicago public library inside of the Obama Center, which I think is so appropriate. And when we think about what we fought for in this country, to ensure that every single person had access to our public institutions, and you had President Obama and Mrs. Obama reading to students who are coming to the library, a public library, a free space in this center during the summer months, right? And so on my way out, there were visitors from all over the world, folks from the west side, south side of Chicago, different parts of the state of Illinois. I met a woman who came all the way from France to experience this moment. And so this is clearly, I believe, a place where we can continue to organize and to ensure that we're creating opportunities for generations to come.
And we can already see the lines of folks gathered there today on this Juneteenth for the grand opening of the Presidential Center. Congratulations on getting it done in your great city. Thank you so much for joining us.
You're certainly welcome, and we're looking forward to people from all over the world to come visit the best city in the world, the city of Chicago. Thank you all. And
happy Father's Day, Mr. Mayor. Appreciate your
Thank you.
time today, and I hope you have a lovely weekend.